Next up, New York has long been considered the home of America's best bagels. But now, Food and Wine magazine is challenging that monopoly status, accusing New Yorkers of settling for mediocrity, while a new generation of American bakers figured out just how easy it was to get into the game. And their list of the best includes shops in Oregon, L.A., Kentucky, North Dakota, and less than 2 miles from where I'm sitting, Bagelsaurus in Cambridge. Owner and baker Mary Ting Hyatt joins me now. Mary, it's great to have you here, and congratulations.
Nice to be here. Thanks so much.
So I lived in New York City for 15 years. Every single Saturday night for those 15 years, I would get in line at H&H Bagel at 80th and Broadway, get 6 bagels, then go get the Sunday New York Times late Saturday night. What is it about a bagel? I was thinking about it for 2 days before I did it every week. What is it about a bagel?
You know, I have great bagel memories growing up, too. And I grew up in Delaware, which is not known as the bagel capital of any world. But, yeah, there is something about the bagel that is super nostalgic. And, yeah, I have the same kind of fond memories. Yeah, something about the chewiness and the cream cheese and how you can share it with everybody. Yeah.
Well, sharing is not my kind of thing, but everything else I'm with you on. So why Bagelsaurus? Why did you get the honor? What sets you guys apart?
Well, you know what? When we set out to create our bagel recipe, my goal was just to make the exact bagel that I wanted to eat. And while I grew up eating a lot of bagels and I always like to try different bagel shops, I have always found like, oh, there's something about this that I would like to change. Either it's a little too dense and heavy, or there's no chew to it, or it doesn't have like a crisp enough crust, something like that. So we weren't setting out to be a Jewish deli or a replica of a New York bagel shop. We just wanted to create, you know, a great bagel shop for Cambridge.
And you have. So is bagel a comfort food? I mean, I've never thought of that until I knew you were coming on. It is a comfort food, isn't it?
I think so, for sure, yeah.
So does that mean that comfort foods, I'm assuming, I haven't seen the statistics, have exploded during a pandemic when comfort is what everybody's looking for and safety. So it fits the time perfectly, does it not?
Yeah, I never thought about it like that, but yes, I would agree with you. Yeah, definitely a comfort food, and people seem to be really grateful to be able to get it.
How have you done, by the way? It's been a year. Obviously, you know this far better than I. How have you done, and what have you done for this year as a business?
Yeah, man, it's changed a lot over the course of the year. We closed exactly 1 year ago today. It was our last day in business before we decided to close for a couple of weeks. And at that point, we were still in the dark about exactly what was happening. And so I thought, oh, okay, maybe we'll just take a 2-week break like the Cambridge Public Schools, and then we'll be back in a couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. We'll have more information and we'll know how to deal with this. And of course, that didn't happen. And we stayed closed completely for a month. And then when we opened again, it was very slow. We just did like 1 day a week. A couple bakers came in. You know, we were nervous to work with each other. There was all this messaging about distancing. And so we only had a couple people working, and we would do 1 day a week pre-orders for bulk bagels, and we would sell out online instantly. And it was a little frustrating for customers, but we weren't sure exactly what we could do. So we started very slowly. And then it moved to 2 days a week, to 3 days a week. And now we kind of have our normal menu, but nobody comes in the shop. So it's all takeout, and we have a pickup window. So it's pretty different in online ordering as opposed to a line down the street and nobody's coming in. So a lot of changes.
Have you learned anything about what you do for a living, from how you deal with your coworkers to how you market your product, that will survive the pandemic? Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. Yeah. I mean, I've always thought since the beginning that being adaptable is super important. And this year certainly challenged that. Before we started, we didn't even have an online menu. Now I'm not sure we'll be able to take that away. So I'm sort of thinking ahead as to how will this look like in hopefully 6 months when things are a little bit different. Like, will we be continuing this, how we're operating now with the online menu and people picking up, and then also integrating people coming into the shop? Will we even have seating inside the shop again? I'm not sure. But I do think, a lot of things are different within the shop. There's a lot of collaboration among the staff that didn't exactly exist before, because we're all, our method is just sort of streamlined now.
What's your favorite thing to put on a bagel?
Oh, my favorite thing. A bagel with butter is kind of my go-to. I know everyone loves cream cheese, and I do too, but a bagel with butter is probably my favorite because you can really taste everything. But I love a good egg
pure
sandwich.
And simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do I. I didn't know you were from Delaware until you said that at the top of the show. So obviously the key question is, does Joe Biden eat bagels? Do we know?
Oh, man, I hope so. I would love for him to come to the shop. He's got to eat bagels. He loves ice cream.
He does?
So he must have comfort food. Oh, yeah.
I guess so. Mary, I'm glad you're alive and well, and I wish you luck, and particularly in this post-pandemic era when it occurs, and congratulations on your recognition.
Thank you so much.